Hi, today I want to talk to you about AI. I'm pretty sure you're already kind of sick and tired of all the AI talks and how AI is going to transform the world we live in, change our society, all this self-driving cars, trucks, self-flying cars. Well, right now there's pretty much nothing flying there, so these talks are all about some distant, bright future. So let's talk about how AI can help us today and can actually it help us with something we really need now, like taking care of our aging relatives or loved ones which live alone and are self-isolating without having to visit them too often. And in order to understand if AI can help us with that, we need to first figure out how machines see and perceive the world. So let's start with something simple. It's a spreadsheet, and I've put numbers ranging from 0 to 255 here and applied conditional formatting with three colors: red, green, blue. So it doesn't make much sense yet, but let's do this still. Well, let's zoom out and zoom out more and zoom out more. And you see now we can figure out a shape. And if we continue zooming out, our natural neural networks here in our heads start figuring out shapes, and we can see that the face, and we can recognize the gesture, and we can maybe even remember what meme is from. So what happens there is that we pick up all of these shapes and textures with our eyes, and we comprehend what is shown in the picture here. But for the machine, for the computer, it is just a spreadsheet with numbers. Some time ago, people have figured out a way how to input these numbers into a machine, and with some math formulas, which are actually not that hard. It's just a lot of very simple operations to have this machine spit out the result, what it sees in these pictures. And for example, we can input this, and the machine gonna tell us that it's a cat, and it works pretty well. However, there's one big problem here, is that machines care, the whole way machine learning works is that machines care about textures way more than about shapes. So why is it bad? Mostly because for the machine, this would be a cat and this would be a cat, because this texture somewhat looks like cat texture for some unknown reason. But at the same time, this would not be a cat. This would be illustration, design, drawing. You see all of the suggestions the machine's trying to make here. We humans clearly understand that it's a cat. It's a drawing of a cat. And for us humans, drawings are actually easier to comprehend because they do not transmit unnecessary context. They only tell us things we need to know. This is why we use drawings in critical conditions, like when we're driving and have to figure out what's happening there. This is why we transmit this core of knowledge with a drawing. Also, this is why kids' cartoons are drawn, because it's easier for kids to understand what's happening there without transmitting all of the unnecessary photographic context. So what if we could transform the way machines see the world into like drawings? What if we could like pick an image of a human and just transform it into a stick figure, like a kid's drawing stick figure? And actually we can. So this is a technology which we call cherry pose. What it does, it finds all of the human body parts in the picture and connects them into like stick person. And then we let other neural networks only look at this stick person without having to see any of the unnecessary context. So by doing this, we can figure out what's happening here, that it's a human and that a human is walking. However, as soon as the human disappears from the picture, it says no people detected. And this is a problem of another character. It's a problem of logic. In order to not have this problem, because we humans know that this person has just went into the bathroom, right? And we probably would know that it's not right if the person is not back in like half an hour or so. But in order for a machine to be able to comprehend that, we need to introduce some logic. Since human logic is something we cannot possibly understand, yet explain to a machine, we tried introducing what we call dog logic. So when puppies get into families, they don't have any understanding of how this household works or how human society works in general. What dogs do is that they watch and they learn by watching. They learn by observation of our behavior and of our reaction to that behavior. So if we react normally, then they know that this event is okay. But if we act like we're agitated, then they understand that it's time to bark. And if we let our machine train itself what's normal without having to teach it like, hey, these are a million things which can go wrong. No. We let it train itself like a dog train itself, and it starts predicting human behavior. Like here it predicts that my daughter can go left, right, or forward. And if something unpredicted happens, like a fall here, it tries to understand what is human reaction to that anomaly. And it asks a human through an interface if it's okay or not okay. Like in this case, a senior is climbing on a chair to fix a light bulb, and our operator in the monitoring center is receiving that alert and responding to a machine, whether this behavior is normal or non-normal, and should the machine notify the family of that. By further developing this technology and adding more and more stuff we have invented, we came up with a system which is not only able to pick up anomalies, but also pick up to comprehend what people are actually doing. And we can recognize a lot of different activities like squatting, and we can introduce custom activities. Actually, people even without having coding skills can train the machine to recognize squats. So a doctor can say, hey, from this second to this second, what this person does in this video is called a squat. So now machine, show me all of the examples of all squats by all the people in my patient population and tell me how often do they do them. And this is something which already works. And by recognizing these actions, we also create summaries, and we let caregivers and we let family members know what's happening to their loved ones without being over-intrusive into their privacy. So this is a text summary. They get a text message every morning and every evening. Mom slept okay. She only woke up 4 times. 3 out of 4 times she left the room, 2 times to bathroom, 1 time to kitchen. And in the evening, they would get something like, Mom woke up at 9:30. Caregiver arrived at 11:30. They had a lunch at 12. Caregiver left at 6. Mom had a dinner at 9. And then you can call mom and say, hey, I know you skipped your breakfast 3 days in a row. Don't you feel hungry? Is everything okay? And this also lets people maintain that relationship, talk to their seniors more, and take better care of them. So this all is working right now. We have started selling our system direct to consumers starting this January. We sell at a flat subscription rate. It's $2.99 per month, including 24/7 human monitoring. No device fees, no early cancellation fees, super simple structure. We also sell in B2B, and we're happy if we can expand our operations. Thank you for listening.